Okay, what we're going to do today is we're going to have a little fun with crayons. Now, you go down to, I know this is not going to be for everybody, but you can actually carve a crayon. Now you go down and get you some, now I got this at the dollar store. This is Play School. It's the jumbo crayons. There's 8 of them. And as you can see, let me get them out of here. They're a little bit bigger than the regular crayon. Okay? They're the jumbo crayons. Okay? And you have 8 of them. And I'm going to show you how to carve on a crayon. Now, this is not for everybody, I know. This is not for everybody. It's just a little fun thing to do. And in most cases, with these crayons, I'm going to try to get as close as I possibly can to showing you this. Let me get my I'm going to see how close I can get to you seeing this. I'm going to really get close, as close as I can. Alright, that's pretty close. I hope I don't mess up the work I'm going to do with it. But that's pretty close. I'm going to kind of work it like this. Now, as you can see, the crayon itself, and let me try to get this to a point where whenever I'm holding it or doing whatever, there we go, I can show you. The first thing you want to do is take your knife and go about halfway down the crayon and just make a little cut in there. Okay? And then remove that portion of the crayon that you want to okay, made your little cut in there where you've kind of taken the crayon and like this. Now we're going to use the V tool a lot. This is a very small V tool that I'm using with it. And the first thing I want to do is to come where up to the bottom of this thing, and I just want to take my V tool and go around it just like this, okay? I hope I'm getting some of this in there, in other words. Just very lightly go around the bottom of it and make a crease. Just like that. See? Just make a crease like that. Okay. Now I'm going to come to the top of the crayon up here, and I'm just going to cut this top off right here. Just like that. Okay? And I'm going to cut just a little bit more off. Alright? And what we need to do is kind of establish for our little figure that we're going to do where the feet are and all that other stuff. So what I'm going to do here is, let's just say that our feet if I can show you somehow. I'm just going to kind of take my knife. I'm going to make a little cut in here. A little cut like this. Okay? A little cut, a little cut. A little cut here. A little cut there. I'm going to start cutting the feet in. See, it's down by the bottom where the shoes are going to be. Okay? Now, from the side, you can kind of see what we're looking at here. Now, when I say lightly cutting, I mean lightly cutting, folks. I mean lightly. You're just sort of scraping it off there is what you're doing. Alright? Now, I got it established now where my head's going to be. I'm just going to kind of take this and scrape this in here. And scrape this along here. Now, I've established here where my shoes are going to be. And if I need to take a little bit more off the paper off, I can, if I want to do that. And now I have to establish where my head's going to be. So I'm just going to take my, and I'm going to do this. This is where my head's going to be. Right here. There. So here's my head, and here is my body. Now underneath the head, I'm going to remove a little bit in here. Like that. Okay, now do we see that? Now I'm gonna bring these legs, these shoes down even further. They're a little bit too big. Okay? Now, and here's my head right here. Here's my body, and I'm going to come up underneath this head. I'm just dragging the knife, as you see. We're kind of establishing here where our pieces we want them to be. Okay? And I'm going to come up here with my V-tool. I'm going to come up here with my V-tool and separate. There's where my feet's going to be. Or my shoes are going to be. Alright? Now look at it from the side. Okay. Now, we got to make him some arms. And we want to be careful here. We're going to use the V-tool here. And we're going to take it and we're going to do this. We're going to come up here like this. I'm going to come forward like that, like an arm. And then we're going to come over here like this. Okay? And I'm going to deepen that a little bit more with my V-tool. I'm going to take my light and get a little bit brighter in here. And then I'm going to take my knife and cut a little bit deeper in here for the arms to show. Okay, you see that? Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to put his arms in his pocket. I'm going to come this way with it. Try to get this. And then this way with it. And then come across. And I'm making my arms. Okay. Now I'm going to go a little bit deeper. There we go. A little bit deeper here. The arms to stand out. Same thing here. A little bit deeper. Okay? I'm going to come back around here and make that a little bit deeper. And already you're beginning to see just a little bit about forming the piece. And I'm going to cut a little bit in here, separate the shoes. I'm going to cut a little bit in here. And then I'm going to take my V-tool and come in between here or between the shoes. Just like this. Now I can also use my knife just to scrape a little bit of the shoes there. There we go. And then I'm going to come in between those shoes. I need to make a... There. Those are his shoes. Alright. Now, let me come a little bit deeper into here. And then you take the arms and you come to the back and you make a little thing up here where you see the arms, the back side of the arms, like on a figure. And you come in here and cut just a little bit. You want it very lightly, where the arms meet with the head. And there you go. Now let's come to the back and let's just make a little area where the back of the pants would be. Okay? Now let's go ahead and just run. But do you see now? You see how we've got kind of looking the way we want it? Alright, now let's put a little jacket on him. Let's just come, I'm going to take off a little bit more where the head is. I mean, not with the head, but where the arms meet with the, okay? Let's just take and run a little jacket up along here and down along here. Okay? And let's do the same here. I'm just running my V-tool real slowly to make him a little jacket in front here. I know that's small. I know it is. And then I take my little knife, the very edge of the knife, and just run it up in there. Where it looks like he's got a little jacket on. And then when I come back over here where the jacket is, I'm just going to run it across the back here. And join it with it over here. Okay, do you see that? I'm just going to run in a little bit further. And run this a little bit further down here to deepen that just a little bit more. And then deepen that just here. Okay? Now, let's come in between the legs and run our little crouch line here to the feet. Right there. And then I can take my V-tool and put two little crouch lines there and there. Okay? Alright, I think my time's going to be up for right now, and I hope that, you know, you can kind of see this. I know it's all one color, so it's a little bit tough, but we'll get to the face next.